vlog our trip, or your trip? She's back. I was like, where is she? She's back there.
What? You're like the 7-year-old?
Yep, pretty much.
Yeah, she's in one of these red.
Pretty much. I know, hers is so much prettier than mine. Mine doesn't look like anything special.
Into a ball pit, right? And nothing else. Bad news is we're going to be passing some microphones back and forth, but we'll make it work. So I appreciate all of you. And really, I was speaking to the panelists yesterday. A few of them asked me, like, how's it going? I said, well, from here, it's all on you guys. I did my part. You were there as a fan. Right? A fan of authors, like you were standing in lines to meet authors, but that wasn't really what you wanted. Or I went to VidCon a couple of times, which was like such a massive event that you had like one book panel. And I was like, no, this isn't what we want either. So like, I remember we were at an event, we were sitting in the hotel room, bullshitting, gossiping. And I said, what if we made our own event? And everybody else went, Marty. And I like see Sam from across the room, meet eyes with me and go, we can do it. This has been kind of an ongoing topic that I think is going to continue to be really interesting in like the publishing space. In general, just reworked fan.
If you have ever heard of sentient object romances and or chick my face might be familiar in some capacity.
I wanted to talk about Silver Elite. I'm sure most of you have heard of it. If not, it is the new adult spider. Hello? Is this thing on? Yeah, it's the new spicy, like, adult dystopian that's being comped to the Hunger Games, like, meets X-Men.
As a result of this, there is an uptick in a trend that we've been seeing for years. Sam bringing up that there's, like, cycles of discourse that she can almost guess what people are going to say before they say it is sort of what I'm talking about today.
Welcome to But Daddy, I love them. I'll put the screen on. Give me the second one. Hello, my name is Marinez. I decided that on each of these panels, instead of like giving you my whole spiel of it, so every time you see me, I'm going to focus on one thing that I do in each panel. So you can find me on a brand new podcast called The Panelists.
Statements about entire genres, especially because like a lot of the times they're talking about books that like they don't know about. Like personally, like they like heard of like a general description, or they heard someone else hating about it, so like they're like, oh, I know everything about this book. And I get really annoyed whenever people blame like the more openly discussed popularity of dark romance as being like the downfall of literature, or like being like the reason why women are going to flock to abuse in real life now, especially because like dark romance and all that stuff, like it's been a genre, like it's been really popular for like centuries.
Dark romance specifically, with as books become, romance will become like more mainstream. I'm thinking in terms of like Firebird and like everything that entails, and the fact that
is going through an author's book, reading it, and telling them what the fuck they wrote. Because let's be honest, sometimes they don't even realize.
Welcome to the book banning panel. Well, let's not call it that. Let's call it a title. Reading Under Threat. We will be discussing book banning, the defunding of libraries, as well as media literacy. And I am very excited to be hosting and moderating this panel. My name is Carmen. You can find me as @Tones and Textiles everywhere. I have like, I don't know, 7 or 8 social media channels like everyone else does now. I wanted to have each of the panelists introduce themselves, and we'll start here with Connor.
Hi, I'm Connor. I'm a booktuber. I started booktube in like 2013 or something like that, so I've been around for a bit. Yeah, just kind of talking about books, and I'm excited to be here and talk about book banning.
Those who are encountering active harm by these policies.
Yeah, I mean, it's about controlling ideas, right? So if your population only has access to certain viewpoints and certain views, they're just going to adopt those. It's the easiest method. It's what people are used to. It's easy to assimilate. People want to belong, and that's one of the key things, is that they're banning content view more so than content generally. And so, like you were saying, that they were banning certain viewpoints and leaving in certain books that express potentially dangerous ideas, but they're more acceptable to people that benefit from the establishment that we have. So yeah, it's controlling ideas, it's controlling viewpoints, and that's kind of, that's it.
Yeah, I agree. The bottom line is it is about control, and the way that you can see this come out is if you watch book banners or if you read their challenge forums, you will see this plain as day. These are not smart people typically, but they are in community with each other, and they do tend to share these ideas that, well, we have to say it's about saving children. That's what we're in community over. We're saving the children. But then on their challenge forms, they don't really know how to write that in a way that makes any sense.
I actually turned out to get a camera photo this year. Last year it was all B-roll, and I still feel so awkward about this. There are people coming, and I feel so uncomfortable doing this in front of people. It's been too long. So we're on a very quick little break, like 15 minutes between panels, and I'm a little hungry. I didn't grab anything to eat during the lunch hour because we just had breakfast. I'm gonna go have a little bit of something to eat real quick, and then head back down for our next panel. I feel like the panels have been great so far. I really enjoyed the 2 that we've had. So yeah, I'm excited for this one, but just grab a little snacky snack real quick. This might be a little TMI, but I went to the bathroom for our last panel, and my urine was so yellow, and I was like, I am severely dehydrated, and so I just went to the bathroom again. It's only been like an hour, so that's really a good sign, and it's looking better. Some leftover food from dinner last night. It was like their version of an Italian grinder. It was so much food. So should we do an outfit of the day? I have this new dress on. It has pockets. There's a mirror over here. This new dress, it has pockets. It's long. It's like very drapey and flowy. It has slits on the side. It's very cute. It's sleeveless. Sorry, I'm like really out of practice with this. And then I have this jean jacket, both from Amazon, and then I have on some Gladiator sandals. I don't know. I think it's pretty cute. I have to say I do feel better now that I've had a little bit to eat, and we can rally for the rest of the day for panels. So far I've been to the dark romance panel, but Daddy, I love them, and the book banning panel, which was Reading Under Threat. I'm like, I was just there. What was it called? Hi. Bye, Gayla. I guess she had a similar idea of taking a little mini siesta or like chill moment. But I'm going back to the panel, and they start like right now, so she was taking a break.
For validation of
the same thoughts that I'm having, and most of the time it's like, am I not liking the book? Like, is it just me? And then I have to go see other negative reviews and see if it's like the same points. On the other hand, if I'm writing a review, I mean, personally, I feel like I can articulate myself better in writing than I can in words.
I genuinely engage, like it depends on, do I have time today? Do I think that this is worth my time? But yeah, I get a lot of negative pushback. It's a lot of, well, do you even like anything you read is something that I think we talked about maybe once or twice. And then the other one is constantly like, well, you've never even written anything. Where's your book? Where's your published book? And that is one that I do engage with because I do feel like it's an easy answer that they can then maybe take it to the next conversation they have about this or not say it to somebody else.
My primary, like my ideal target demographic is people like who don't know like what book I'm covering, and so that does change the way that I structure reviews and making sure that I also go through like a synopsis and like explaining what the plot is, and like breaking down like what I thought worked and what I thought didn't. But I do try to make it for like both parties, and I'll give some like commentary on certain elements, but I'll always make sure that it's like spoiler free because I do want to engage in discussion, but I don't want to ruin it for anyone who is stumbling across it for the first time.
To the last panel of the day. This one's called Reading Between Algorithms, and we came up with this idea for like an interactive panel. BookNet Fest is that we are all here because we love books, but also because we share an online community. And so today we're going to be talking about how algorithms, how being online shapes who we are as readers.
This one thing is good or like the worst thing ever.
Are you an Aries?
Yes.
That was amazing.
Looks so nice up there. I so badly. Going down. Yes, ma'am. I so badly want to walk to Disney Springs, but I don't think anybody else wants to. So that might be a solo activity. Seems sketchy to do by myself. But right now we're heading to the food area for happy hour. And some little beveraginos, some little drinkies. Meeting Sam, Connor, and Tony there.
Jason, can you repeat the question? Repeat the question.
The question was, what game by Donald and Scacarino introduced the deck-building mechanism into board gaming?
Oh.
Do you know how awkward this feels? I tried talking to it earlier and I'm like, I hate it. I think I hate it.
Everyone's streaming. I'm vlogging.
That's why I said you. Okay. I think
Are you doing it too?
wait, no. I'm still confused. What am I doing?
Help me. Or so help me. What is that from? Oh my god, yes.
Out of our hair. I just said men tend to have phone issues.
Connor will never forgive you. Sam is so good at this game.
That does look a little sunny, right? Okay. I'm not quite.
I think I'm just gonna.
Yeah, I think I get.
Green is 1.
Morning. Hello. Thank you for making it. Those of you that were up at game night last night. Hello. Hello. Thank you for making it, for talking about friendship. Yay! Friends. So hi, I'm Sam from Pops on Phones. If you guys don't know me, I'm one of the co-founders of BookNet Fest. And one of the reasons I'm moderating this panel is because this whole event was built out of a bookish friendship from online spaces. Right? Multiple people here are people that I've met from bookish spaces, from going to book events, things like that. Or like casual online interactions into like real friendships, right? Like in-person friendships. How do you navigate that? Like we already kind of talked about, like, okay, making sure you're doing things in person, and doing things like collaboratively as a big thing, which both of those are true for me as well. Obviously, again, BookNet Fest, collaborative, artistic project. Have done multiple like podcasting type things with people. But yeah, a lot of my friends, I didn't know their content until I met them in person at events like BEA, BookCon, YALLFest, things like that.
Myths or misconceptions that might make people hesitant to pick up nonfiction, or have you in the past felt hesitant about picking up nonfiction, and how do you deal with that?
Okay, that it's dry, for like the history books I was talking about, that it's dry, that it's boring, and you're just going to be lectured at, talked down to. I think that's a big myth, because I think there's a lot of, they call it popular history, that's more accessible to a general audience, that is more conversational in tone. And I think there are a lot of women in the room that history is written by men, about men, for men. And I really tried to branch out from that. There's a Roman historian, Emma Summin, who's brilliant. She's a bit of a feminist, revisionist historian. She writes a very conversational, funny, poignant Roman history with dick jokes, which I love. I got to interview her. I was such a fanboy that somehow she found out who I was. I got to interview her on my YouTube channel, and if you watch it, it's the most and biggest I've ever smiled for the longest period of my life, because I was just thrilled to talk with her. And I got to legitimately ask her, with all seriousness, why is there so much penis in Roman history? Symbols everywhere. She gave me a brilliant, hilarious answer. I asked which emperor she would allow to date her daughter. So I think there are historians out there that make it accessible for.
I will say, like, my other main hobby is board games, and that is something that I got into as an adult. I really, video games I've been into since I was a kid, but we had some friends of friends who lived a couple blocks away from us in New York, and they invited us for a game night, and they might as well have asked me to come watch paint dry. I was like, I don't want to do that. What do you mean we're going to go play board games with other adults? What? And so we went, and the whole time I was like dragging my feet, and we ended up playing a game with them that was like nothing I'd ever played before, and it was not Monopoly. It was like this fantasy game, and I was afterwards, I dove in deep. So I may not be good at the hobbies I do, but I dive real deep into the hobbies I do. This podcast that we just started, but it kind of is a good example of, like, we just started this podcast. I've never recorded a podcast before. I don't listen to a lot of podcasts, but we still, we recorded it, we edited it together, we posted it, and do I think it's a perfect episode of a podcast? No, there's like sound issues, there's some, I'm so sorry to tell you, but there are some sound issues. One of the people on the podcast had a messed up camera. There's like, I think it was more important, it was less important for us to get hung up on the perfection of all of that, and more important to like get a full episode done, get it put out, and then take the things we learned from that and work on the second episode.
I guess I hyperfixate on it, and I bought, so when I started crochet, I bought all the yarn, all the crochet hooks, the dividers and the buttons, and I'm like, I'm gonna make stuffed animals too, so I bought the little eyes. I had no plan. I just bought it all, and it's
imagine her rolling through just a basket full of yarn.
And shopping for the hobby are two separate.
Because everyone loves reading and would do it for free, and please, authors, give me your arcs and I will review them, and I will do whatever for the love and passion of it. So yeah, I think that's the biggest one, just that there's no value in this work and that it's not labor because we like doing it. Yeah.
100%, it is okay to like your job. I spent decades very unhappy doing what I was doing professionally. So just going back to there is value in what we do. Keep in mind the fact that they're paying us for sponsored posts because publishers, major publishers mostly, are offloading the work of promoting books to authors themselves. So it is a service that, you know, that they've offloaded themselves. And so it's like, we're the ones to blame, but we're the ones like creating the content that is like, you know, the only maybe advertising or sponsorship that they're doing for these books.
Another collaborative panel, which we love this format. We hope that you guys do too. And this one is called Hot Takes and Hard Truths. So we wanted an opportunity to just kind of speed run some common topics in the bookish community, to maybe talk about some things that we have, or like expound on some things that we've been talking about throughout the weekend, and turn it over to you guys. I want to hear from the people, okay? Let's start with a classic that you think we should let go of. It's over. It's done.
Oh, yeah.
The teacher was like me.
Anything by Joseph Conrad.
I don't know who that is.
To Kill a Mockingbird.
James by Percival Everett.
Yes! Replace Huck Finn. Literally anything by N.K. Jemisin?
Yes!
Babel or the Poppy War by Arthur.
I truly believe in it. It really has my entire heart, and all of the things that we say about like online discourse and being like very online, and the things that like are really repeated, it means so much to me to be able to take that offline and really deepen those conversations and actually understand the things that we are talking about, to form these connections to the people behind the icons, right, that we're interacting with every day. And as long as, I guess I have money in my savings, I know as long as you guys show up and are interested and keep, supporting BookNet Fest, we'll be here.
Honestly, if you see other book events going up in fire, like just be like, BookNet Fest won't do that. Because we can't say it. Like, you guys can. The other thing is that we're going to be doing something also, or hoping to start something midway through the year. So for a while, wanting to do a reading retreat, a smaller reading retreat.
Alrighty, so panels are done at this point. The event is not over, but like mostly over. And we're heading down to the food area for drinks and snackies. OOTD of the day. Cute, 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 cute. Also, look at how nice it is outside. Very, very nice. Oh, I'm so afraid people are gonna see me.
It's time to go to prom. Woohoo! Grab my beverage, my beveragino, my drinky.